All right, so here we are at the shipper. It's Morton Salt. So of course, you know, salt. I'm at the Great Salt Lake. I'm at the Salt Flats. I guess there's some salt around here. So that's what we're doing here. And I'm getting loaded. Cool shipper though. They said no smoking on the property. And then carved out an exception in my truck. You need fire, but that's what they said. I can smoke in my truck. I can't smoke outside the truck. I got no problem with that. Don't want to get out of my truck. This is going to be a heavy load. It's going to be pretty close to max. I'm going to be pretty close to 80,000 pounds on this trip. But it's not paying great. Okay, I didn't want to stay over the weekend, so I asked my dispatcher to find me a load getting out of Salt Lake City on a Sunday. You can imagine there's a lot of those. Evidently it's salt. So I'm going to go ahead and take a big box full of rocks down to San Antonio, Texas. It's a Walmart / Sam's Club load. So that'll be good. And that's cool. I'm going to go ahead and put this on the road footage where I am sitting here in between. So let me know what you think about how running the second GoPro like this with you know, just showing my face and you know, actually in the truck. And all right, I'll talk to you later. You know, as I sit here, I wonder, as they're pulling salt out of the water, I'm assuming that's what they're doing, instead of just throwing the water back, can they take that water, apply a little electrolysis to it, and create a source of clean hydrogen and oxygen? That actually sounds pretty okay. I can't imagine why they couldn't do it, except of course for the fact that, you know, the effects of burning fossil fuels has reduced the amount of water going into the lake. So I guess they do technically have to put water back in. But I don't know. I'm just sitting here. I'm backed into the dock and waiting patiently. I think they've actually got a scale on the property here, so that would be nice. Be able to scale out before I leave. And since I'm going to be pretty heavy. There's a bit of wind today, so that's a good reason to like being heavy. As I was coming over here, it was I was getting blown around a little bit with my empty box, so that's a good thing. I won't be blown all over the road this time. On the other hand, my truck's running fine, not having any symptoms. When I first got out of the Peterbilt Pasco, they told me that I was good. I went and hit the road and was really low on power, and my miles per gallon indicator said I was getting like 3.5 miles to the gallon, and I made it about 9 miles before I found someplace safe to turn around. Went right back. They went ahead, plugged the computer in, and turns out that with the change that they did, the problem was in the exhaust system, part of the DEF system. Was the differential pressure valve, and because it was new, and they'd had the system physically opened at some point, the truck thought that it needed to do a regen, a hard regen, and that's why no miles per gallon and no power. Everything's gone back to normal. I'm doing my 8.5 to 9 miles per gallon, and have plenty of power. So that was just a temporary thing. One thing they did do, he said, you know what, let's go ahead and just double check all of your settings, make sure everything's right. And he was going through, he was like, oh, did you want your Jake brake to activate automatically when you're using your adaptive cruise control? And I was like, yeah. So he set that up. He made it a little too sensitive, I think, but nothing to where I can't live without it, okay, or that I'm going to complain about it. I thought it just wasn't a feature that was available on my truck, and it turns out it's just a feature that PACCAR, for some reason, decided not to turn on. And he said it's not just my truck. They put it in and don't turn it on. You have to go to the dealer to get it turned on. So if you do a lot of mountain running like I do, and you're driving a Peterbilt or a Kenworth, and you want your Jake brake to activate automatically while you're under adaptive cruise control, swing by the dealership and have them turn it on. It was free for me because it was part of just, there were other things going on, but they might charge you a little bit for it, but I can't imagine it would be much. With that said, I guess it's a party, right? I'm just waiting here. I am getting loaded. Every once in a while feel them putting weight in my trailer, so that's a good thing. You can see people moving stuff around out here. The thing that makes me the thing that I'm wondering here is, you see all of this salt sitting out here on pallets. They're wrapped in plastic on the sides to keep them together, but they're open on the top. And if you look at the clouds in the sky, it kind of makes you think, hey, maybe it's going to rain. The fact is, I just got a quick shower on my windshield. Nice. So it just makes me wonder, how much rain can all those pallets of salt take before the salt starts to dissolve? Because salt dissolves in water, right? That's a good question. All right. Well, I am going to go ahead and wait patiently for this load to come up and get myself weighed, get myself on the road down towards San Antone. Talk to you later. And I finally was able to get some road footage, so I will definitely get that on here as well. And thanks for watching. If you have any questions for me, please feel free to put them down in the comments below. If you have an interest in joining Super Ego, give me a call. You'll find my number right here on the screen, and I will put it in the description down below. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you next time.